You are about to discover a place so remote and so little known that few dare to speak about it. The Comoros Islands, an African archipelago hidden in the heart of the Indian Ocean, hold a history and culture that seem to challenge everything we know about power and leadership. Imagine a society where women not only participate but dominate the social and political scene, shaping the destiny of the entire community. In this video, we're going to explore what life is like in the Comoros Islands, a country where matriarchy is the exception, but the rule. If you think you've seen it all when it comes to world cultures, get ready for a surprise that may change your perspective forever. The Comoros Islands remain almost invisible to the outside world, but here, women rule with authority and respect, leading families and traditions in a truly unique way. We'll dive into the stories, customs, and challenges of this fascinating people who choose to stay out of the spotlight, despite their cultural significance. Stick with us and discover what makes the Comoros Islands one of the most intriguing and least explored places on the planet. Staying until the end of this video will be well worth it, because beyond discovering a lesser-known side of the Comoros Islands, you'll gain insight into how female power can transform an entire society, inspiring deep reflections on gender, leadership, and cultural identity. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our discoveries around the world. Hit the like button to help the video reach more people. And let us know in the comments what impressed you the most about the Comoros Islands. Oh, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you'll know whenever we release a new video full of fascinating insights like this one. Before we begin this journey, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Now, take a deep breath and come with me to discover life in the Comoros Islands, a world apart, ruled by women and little known, but sure to blow your mind. The cultural singularity of the Comoros Islands. When we speak of the Comoros Islands, it is hard not to be struck by the depth of culture that spans generations. Unlike many countries, here, female power is not merely symbolic, it is real, tangible, and present in everyday life. Women lead families, guide community decisions, and play a central role that, in many places, is still considered revolutionary. This matriarchy is not a recent development, but a historical legacy that continues to shape the identity of the Comoros Islands to this day. Living in the Comoros Islands means being part of a society where women are the guardians of tradition and the leaders of households, and their leadership goes far beyond the domestic sphere. They are respected advisors, conflict mediators, and central figures in cultural rituals that uphold the social cohesion of the archipelago. By observing the daily lives of these women, we realize that the power they exercise is subtle yet at a delicate balance between authority and care that keeps the Comoros Islands unique on the global stage. Moreover, the culture of the Comoros Islands showcases a fascinating blend of African, Arab, and French influences, resulting in a plural identity that few people truly know. This cultural melting pot is reflected in customs, beliefs, and even in how female power is expressed. Here, women's leadership is not only accepted but celebrated, making the Comoros Islands a true example of cultural diversity and resilience in the year 2025. Nevertheless, the Comoros Islands face significant challenges, economic, social, and environmental, that threaten this matriarchal tradition. Globalization, climate change, and external pressures test these communities' ability to keep the essence of their culture alive. Even so, the strength of Comorian women has been crucial in resisting these adversities, reinforcing the importance of preserving such a unique societal model. Ultimately, to understand the Comoros Islands is to understand that the concept of power can take forms vastly different from those we are accustomed to. Here, power is not exercised through shouting or imposition, but through wisdom, dialogue, and quiet influence. This matriarchal model, often forgotten by dominant narratives, is the soul of the Comoros Islands and the key to unraveling the mystery of their enduring cultural survival. Daily life and the roles of women in the Comoros Islands. Walking through the streets of the Comoros Islands, one can feel the strong presence of women in all aspects of daily life. They run the markets, make economic decisions, and keep family traditions alive. It is striking to observe how, even in the face of infrastructural challenges and limited access to basic services, these women manage to exert a leadership that sustains not only their families, but entire communities. Women in the Comoros are responsible for passing ancestral knowledge down to new generations. From a very young age, girls learn about the importance of social balance, mutual respect, and the management of natural resources, all under the watchful eyes of the matriarchs, who understand their mission is to ensure cultural continuity. This educational role is essential for maintaining the cohesion and resilience of Comorian matriarchal society. However, life in the Comoros is not free from conflicts and tensions, especially in the face of external pressures that challenge traditional norms. The impact of modernity, migration to urban areas, and the influence of social media bring new dynamics to the balance between men and women. Even so, respect for female leadership remains a fundamental pillar, showcasing the strength of the matriarchal model in a constantly changing world. It is also interesting to note how, in the Comoros, the power of women manifests in a deeply symbolic dimension. Rituals, celebrations, and ceremonies that shape community life are led by women, reinforcing the spiritual and social bonds among people. This ritualistic leadership strengthens community ties and highlights the irreplaceable role of women in maintaining social order. Ultimately, daily life in the Comoros invites us to rethink traditional notions of gender and power. The harmonious coexistence of men and women, even in a context where women lead, shows that authority and cooperation are not opposing concepts, but complementary ones. This lesson from the Comoros is a powerful example for a world seeking new forms of governance and coexistence. Challenges and future prospects in the Comoros Islands. Despite their rich cultural and social heritage, the Comoros Islands face urgent challenges that threaten the continuity of their matriarchal model. Poverty, limited access to education, and environmental vulnerability are real obstacles that directly impact the lives of local communities. In 2025, the Comoros stand at a crucial crossroads, where the preservation of the matriarchal culture depends on innovative strategies and both local and global engagement. The advancement of technology and access to the internet have brought new opportunities to the Comoros, but also new dilemmas. Women, as the guardians of tradition, must navigate between the desire to keep their cultural identity alive and the need to adapt to a digitalized world. This delicate balance is one of the greatest tests of resilience for the Comoros, where the past and future meet on a daily basis. In recent years, the Comoros have also stood out for initiatives aimed at women's empowerment that combine local traditions with modern practices. Social entrepreneurship projects, inclusive education, and political participation are gaining momentum, demonstrating that a matriarchal society can reinvent itself without losing its roots. These efforts not only strengthen women, but also promote the sustainable development of the archipelago. The international community is beginning to pay closer attention to the Comoros, recognizing their cultural and strategic potential. This increased visibility can serve as an opportunity to value and protect the matriarchal wealth that has supported life on these islands for centuries. However, it is essential that this interest be guided by respect for traditions and the active participation of the communities themselves. Ultimately, the Comoros invite us to reflect on alternative forms of social organization where female power is not only possible, but essential for survival. In a world that often overlooks women's roles in leadership, this African archipelago stands as a quiet beacon, showing that other ways of living and governing are both possible and necessary. Reaching the end of this journey through the Comoros Islands is to realize that the world is much bigger and more diverse than we usually imagine. These islands, hidden in the Indian Ocean, show us that there are unique and powerful forms of social organization, where women not only lead but transform the lives of entire communities. The history of the Comoros Islands is an invitation to rethink traditional concepts of power and to value cultures that, although little known, hold profound lessons about resilience and balance. By understanding the role of women in the Comoros, we come to see that leadership is not synonymous with imposition, but with care, wisdom, and connection to the collective. This unique form of governance, which spans centuries, challenges conventional narratives and inspires a more attentive and respectful view of other ways of life. The legacy of the Comoros Islands is not only found in their landscapes or traditions, but in the silent strength of the women who keep alive the essence of a matriarchal society that is unique on the planet. If this video sparked your curiosity and touched the way you see the world, I invite you to subscribe to the channel to keep exploring incredible cultures and lesser-known stories like this one. Leave a like to support our work and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you thought about the Comoros Islands and this fascinating matriarchal society. Oh, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos. We have many more discoveries ahead for you. Before we move on, take a look at the links in the description. We've selected content and opportunities that can add value to your routine. Thank you so much for being here until now. Your curiosity and willingness to learn make all the difference in keeping the cultural richness and diversity of our planet alive. See you in the next video.